an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the out. I'm him up, Ariel. I'm him up. He hits like a It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
I didn't really feel it, to be honest. Quite literally didn't really feel it.
You just got slapped in the face by Mike Tyson before your fight. How'd that feel?
It's personal now. I respect it. More sales for the fight, more hype. I love it. This is the Mike Tyson I wanted the whole entire time. So get him angry. Let's bring out the bad motherfucker because he's going to sleep.
Yo, you're jazzed right now.
I love it. I love this. This is. I mean, I was asking for it all week. He brought the promotion, so I got what I wanted, and it was a slap to the face. Respect. He made a lot of people happy with that.
It was good while it lasted for Jake.
In a fight some call madness and others call genius, Mike Tyson, the ferocious legend, takes on Jake Paul, the YouTube star challenging boxing's old guard.
Jake, this question's for you. We know this fight is 8 rounds, 2 minutes, but is there any chance this goes to a decision, or does this have to end in a knockout?
No, someone's getting put to sleep. It's going to be a war, and we're both heavy hitters. It's not going the full 16 minutes.
Is this a true test of skill or just a circus? Fans are divided, but one thing's clear. Sparks will fly on November 15th.
I think Mike's going to be strong, fast, and comes out like a bull. And I'm going to have to weather the storm, outbox him.
Off this, yeah, the right hand go.
I think he's going to get clipped because he has a lot of openings for me to land some big shots. In all of boxing history, on Friday night when I put this man to sleep, so that is pretty dope.
He dreamed a lot. A lot of dreaming.
I do, and they've all come true. Hey man, I respect your opinion, but it's just my time. The universe know it, the gods know it, I know it, and you're gonna know it. Plain and simple.
Okay, but next week, you'll see it.
We will.
Diana White raised concerns about why Tyson, at his age, would take on such a challenge, hinting that there may be ulterior motives behind the matchup.
That's why he has to get a guy like Tyson and
to try to get some credibility back.
When he fought somebody that was actually his age and was actually a boxer and was actually his size, he lost. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to
yeah.
I mean, I don't care what he's doing. But I mean, come on, man, to be fighting Mike Tyson, and you know.
But Dana, how do you feel about this Tyson fight?
I love Mike, and I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff.
I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
You know, when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. There'll be a 31-year age difference between these two. And, you know, Jake Paul did fight a kid his age and he lost. You know, I don't know, man.
I feel how you feel, but as fighters, we are a little different to where we always have a round in us. Doesn't matter how old we get, we always have a round left.
No, I get it.
At 58, Mike Tyson is back in the ring, not merely for a paycheck, but with the desire to make history once more. Known as the baddest man on the planet, Tyson sees this fight as an opportunity to add another legendary chapter to his career, even at a time when most would have retired. This is going to be one of the greatest fights in boxing history. No one else can do this but me. Tyson's bold claim underlines his self-belief and hunger to defy expectations.
First of all, no one else can do this but me, I believe. And like you said, this is the greatest boxing match in the history of boxing, and it's because I'm a part of it.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT, man. And this is the do-si-do in Texas, the biggest fight. And I do think a dance requires two people, but that's the magic in this, is that we're, you know, this yin and yang that is creating this massive disruption and storm and massive fight.
For Tyson, the stakes are clear. This isn't just another bout, but an event that will cement his place in the annals of boxing history. This fight is something in boxing that even the history of boxing hasn't seen. This fight will be huge.
The impact this will have on the sport is unfathomable, and it's untangible, quite frankly.
Okay, Mike, so what does it mean to be fighting Jake Paul? And same question to you, what does this mean for boxing? To be honest, boxing's never seen nothing like this in the history of boxing. Since it began 250 years ago, it's never seen anything like this, and probably never will.
Tyson emphasizes the uniqueness of this matchup, framing it as a historic clash that fans won't want to miss. Aware of Tyson's past knockouts, Paul acknowledges the challenge ahead. I need to be alert. Mike is a killer with one of the deadliest uppercuts. By admitting Tyson's power, Paul shows a rare vulnerability, highlighting his respect for the former champ.
Are you concerned if Mike hits you flush on the chin, this shit could be up?
Yeah. Yes. Indeed. I have to be alert. This is a scary, scary man. He's a killer and has all the power still clearly in all the videos, all the sparring that he's showing, dropping his sparring partners. My mom is messaging, she can't even watch Tyson punch. She won't watch it because it scares her.
Paul's motivations run deeper than just proving himself in the ring. They stem from his frustration with critics. Facing constant backlash, he's determined to rise above the doubters and show he's serious about his boxing journey. All critics do is try to rip people apart as they sit on their couches. Paul's frustration with online critics underscores his motivation to succeed.
That's what critics do. They sit on their couches, they sit in their homes, and they have so many things to say because they're unhappy with their lives themselves. They'll try to rip people apart like me and Mike, who are actually going doing something.
He had 11 pro fights, 1 amateur fight. How do you rate him?
Hey, listen, he's been successful in all those pro fights except one, and that's why we're fighting.
Tyson, who has always been fascinated with pigeons, received a surprising gift from Paul before the fight, an unusual gesture that shows a softer side to their rivalry. For Paul, this moment was about connecting with Tyson on a personal level, acknowledging Tyson's well-known passion. Mike, I got you a gift. I got you a pigeon. Paul's gift highlights an unexpected mutual respect, showing that he acknowledges Tyson's personality beyond the boxer.
Oh, yes, I got you a gift.
Thank you very much.
I got you a gift, Mike.
You want a pigeon?
This is a pigeon from Southeast Asia. Very expensive, but I wanted you to have this.
Thank you, Jake.
Tyson, however, didn't entirely share Paul's sentiment. In typical Tyson fashion, he responded in a way that was humorous yet hinted at his fierce, unpredictable nature. I might just feed the pigeon to my pet falcon. Tyson's sharp response demonstrates his edgy personality, bringing humor but also reminding fans of his unfiltered, raw nature.
I've just never seen someone handle a pigeon.
You have pigeon flies in your family, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Is it a low budget pigeon? Or
he has no one loves him. He has no band or anything, so he doesn't belong to nobody.
Okay.
Well, he belongs to you now.
I'll feed him to my falcon.
Oh.
So that's food for your falcon?
Yeah.
This is getting interesting.
Tyson's brutal honesty about the challenge Paul will face underscores his belief that experience and power will triumph over youth and ambition. Jake Paul is going to lose because this is not going to be an easy fight. Tyson's blunt prediction serves as a warning, highlighting his confidence in his own skill set.
What does that say about you if you lose?
Well, I'm not gonna lose. So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. He's not gonna win. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. It's not going to be an easy night.
I don't think that. I think it's going to be a war of ages. The fans are the ones who win out of this, but I know you, I know your soul on a deeper level, and I know myself, and I know you're not going to quit, and neither am I.
For Tyson, the roots of his fighting spirit go back to his childhood. He recalls his very first fight, which happened over something as simple as a pigeon. This story gives fans a glimpse into the origins of Tyson's intense nature and lifelong passion for fighting. The first fight I ever had was over a pigeon. Tyson's recollection reveals the raw, unfiltered nature of his spirit, showing that his fighting drive runs deep.
My first fight I ever had was over a pigeon.
Ever?
Yeah, and that led me to here.
Wow.
Yeah, pigeon. Pop my pigeon head off and pour the blood on me and hit the pigeon in my face. And somebody said, you better fight him. And I fought him, never stopped fighting.
All because no wonder he loves pigeons.
Never stopped fighting.
Cody Rhodes hopes to see a memorable knockout from the legend, but acknowledges the impressive training facilities that Jake Paul and his brother have in Puerto Rico.
That's a tricky one. I mean, I think everyone, when it comes to a Mike Tyson fight, even today, want to see this big legendary Mike Tyson knockout, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul have a wonderful gym, Problem Child gym down there in Puerto Rico where I once got to visit, and I was blown away by, they have every modern training thing you could possibly think of, surrounded by the best professionals. And I know you see them in all these social and these influence videos and all this different content creation. They have such an arrogance and such a bravado, but if you've ever met either of the Pauls, they seem to be the most disciplined guys in the room. So as much as I love Mike Tyson, I think that's Jake Paul all the way.
Sergio Mora voiced his doubts about Tyson's endurance, suggesting that despite his legendary status, age may play a critical role in the outcome. Tyson has been posting impressive training videos, but there's a big difference between training and actually competing in the ring. Mora's comment raises a valid concern, suggesting that while Tyson's training looks impressive, maintaining that intensity in an actual fight is an entirely different challenge.
Mike Tyson, 58. What is that good for boxing? Fighting a Jake Paul who's obviously in late 20s.
Look, man, I've always been a critic of Jake Paul and having him fight real fighters and boxers. But fighting a fighter that hasn't fought in over 20 years, like Mike Tyson, he got beat 20 years ago. And
he lost the last 2 fights, got knocked out.
Yeah, he got knocked out the last 2 fights. So at 57, 58 years old, come on, man, you're fighting a senior citizen, and it's not fair. I mean, he can look like a beast, Mike Tyson, for like the 10-second clips that he posts on social media. Anyone could do. I could look like a killer right now on the pads for 10 seconds, but as soon as you turn that camera off, I'm gonna be huffing and puffing and sore. Mike Tyson's it's not gonna be a good look for his legacy.
Showbiz. The adult believes Tyson's spirit and charisma remain as strong as ever, implying that his presence alone could put pressure on Paul. At 58, Tyson still possesses a fiery spirit, capable of competing with anyone in the ring today. Showbiz's statement reflects confidence in Tyson's enduring charisma and strength.
Hey, Mike Tyson's going to beat Jake Paul. You want to know how I know? Check out how little his head moves when they take off his headgear.
Yeah, I got a lot in me.
Bruh. That brother's so damn strong.
Yeah, trust me. I got a lot in me.
His head. If his head that strong, the rest of his body. Look at it again.
Yeah, trust me. I got a lot in me.
Hey, if you snatched off my headgear, my head would move at least a little bit, dog.
Joe Rogan offered a stark warning to Paul, emphasizing that Tyson's striking ability is dangerous even at his age. Rogan's words suggest that Paul is facing serious risks, as Tyson's punches still carry devastating force. Tyson still possesses knockout power, capable of landing devastating blows even at his age. Rogan's analysis underscores the inherent danger Paul faces in this fight.
He's doing all kinds of things. He's not a regular 57-year-old guy. And then you see him hit the pads. And you go, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, this is a terrifying human being. I mean, he's still terrifying. Hitting the bag, hitting the pads. He still has the ability to deliver those punches. And if any one of those hits anybody, he's not, it's not like his punches are, 30% of what they used to be. They're like 80 to 90% of what they used to be.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. It's probably a little slower than he used to be. He used to be insanely fast. There's a video of Tyson hitting the bag as a 19-year-old, and he's throwing these combinations like, and he's 210 pounds, 215 pounds. I'm curious. I'm gonna watch the fight. We're all gonna watch the fight. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it's a brilliant move by Jake. Because, if he was going to fight anybody else, people would watch, but would the same amount of people watch? No.
Lennox Lewis shared similar concerns, expressing that while Tyson may not be in danger, Paul could be putting himself at significant risk. Lewis's comments imply that Tyson's experience and resilience might present a level of threat that Paul isn't fully prepared for. While Tyson won't be in danger, I worry for Paul. Lewis's words reflect a protective sentiment toward Paul, suggesting that he may not be fully aware of the physical challenges Tyson will bring.
Mike Tyson returning to the ring at the ripe old age of, I believe, 58 or 59 years of age. Your opinion on that, of course, as somebody who, you've been rivals with Mike, you've known Mike for many, many years. A lot of people concerned about him returning to the ring against Jake Paul.
What are they concerned about? Yeah, I mean, Mike Tyson knows how to defend himself, and he's boxing against a guy that not as good as boxer as he is, and Mike Tyson knows how to throw a good punch. He knows how to break you down. So I'm more concerned about the other guy than Mike Tyson.
Evander Holyfield, Tyson's former rival, voiced his thoughts, recognizing Paul's youthful edge while questioning whether it would be enough to secure a victory against the seasoned Tyson. Paul might have an edge in speed. Holyfield's comment adds a balanced perspective, acknowledging Paul's advantage in speed, but subtly questioning if it compensates for Tyson's experience.
I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this. But, you know, he's going to be a lot quicker. If he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning going to be great. But he try to stay back from Mike. He gonna get caught. Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're going to smother everything. Because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you get him wrong, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you get him in the room, you're going to be messed up.
Meanwhile, former UFC fighter Tyron Woodley suggests that the fight may be more evenly matched than fans expect. The fight might be more evenly matched than people expect. Tyson's age at 58 could be a significant factor. Woodley's take presents a nuanced view, highlighting that Tyson's age could level the playing field for Paul.
A very even fight, to be honest. It's even because of the age of Mike Tyson. And it's
okay.
I think it's an even fight because of the age of Mike Tyson. He's completely, obviously, out of his prime. When in his prime, most of his fights were almost attempted murder. So literally, Jake wouldn't have stood a chance. Nobody would even commission or sanction a fight against him and Mike Tyson.
As the fight draws near, many have begun to question Jake Paul's motivations and tactics. Known for picking opponents with certain advantages, Paul's track record has led some, like Tyron Woodley, to believe that he often chooses fighters past their prime. Paul has a tendency to select opponents who provide him with a clear advantage. Woodley's critique of Paul's previous choices casts doubt on Paul's motivations, suggesting he may not have anticipated the full extent of Tyson's power.
Jake's always on a win-win situation. He's fighting guys that if he lose, you lost to this guy, you lost to Tyron, you lost to Anderson Silva, you lost to Nick Diaz or Nate Diaz or whatever. So he's always in a position where if he wins, he goes up. If he loses, it's like, okay, he took a risk, he took a chance. So I like the fight, I'll be at the fight. I was originally fighting on the card. We couldn't find a formidable opponent that made sense. So now it's just to support the event and be a part of a big event in combat sports.
Adding to the skepticism, legendary promoter Bob Arum has publicly doubted Tyson's chances, citing the significant age gap as a disadvantage. 58-year-old Mike Tyson has little chance against Jake Paul. Arum's remark reflects the widespread belief that Tyson's age may be his biggest obstacle.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what do you think of that fight? You're Brooklyn, I'm Brooklyn. Mike, at 58 years old, can he beat Jake Paul 30 years younger his age?
The answer is no. 58-year-old guys, no matter how good they were, no matter how athletic they were.
Who's your pick? Will Tyson's power or Paul's youth prevail? Share your thoughts and subscribe to Boxy Hub for exclusive coverage, analysis, and fight updates.